Hi and welcome to Cooking with Freddy. Today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite vegetable, the asparagus. I could have asparagus every day, I think. Particularly the white asparagus. It is usually customary to find it in Europe in the spring. It's usually April, May, sometimes June, and then they disappear from the markets. And I was very surprised recently when I was walking around and I realized that here white asparagus are available in the fall because they come from Peru, and because of the seasons, it's right now the season over there. The white asparagus is very different from the green one. It is meatier, it is a little bit more bitter, but the flavor is unmatched. So today we're going to make a creamy soup of asparagus, of white asparagus. It takes very few ingredients. It is very simple. It takes very little time and very little work, and it is truly a spectacular soup. So let's get started. For 4 people, you will need a pound of white asparagus, 1 small to medium onion, half a cup of either heavy cream, creme fraiche, light cream, or half and half, your choice, half a lemon, some chives, 4 cups of low sodium vegetable broth, and a tablespoon of olive oil. This is it. So we'll start with putting the tablespoon of olive oil in your soup pot. While the oil is warming, I'm going to take my onion and very roughly I am going to chop the onion. It does not matter how finely you chop it because it's going to be blended at the end. And I am going to transfer this to my pot and let it saute for about 5 minutes over low heat. You do not want it to burn. You want it to become translucent. While the onion is cooking, I'm going to take care of my asparagus. If you are familiar with European white asparagus, you will notice that they are much thinner than their European cousins, which usually are about that thick. But frankly, for a soup, it really does not matter. Same thing, very easy preparation. You're gonna take your stalk, cut what we call the foot of the asparagus, which is that dry, really not nice end of the asparagus stalk. Okay, now we're going to cut these in about 2 inches pieces, and I'm going to start from the tip because I'm going to use this part for decoration at the end. Oops. Onions are ready. I'm going to simply add all of the asparagus pieces. I'm going to mix it well and continue the cooking for about 5 minutes. Same thing, you want the asparagus to be nice and shiny. All right, look at how beautifully shiny those asparagus are. All I need to do is add my 4 cups of vegetable broth. I am going to bring the soup to a boil, reduce the heat, and keep it uncovered for 30 minutes. My vegetables are ready. I let the soup cool for a few minutes just because I do not want to have very hot liquid in the blender. It's never a good idea. I'm going to fish out a few of the asparagus tips. You do not need to take them all out of the broth. It's just a few to make your plates pretty afterwards. Alright, I took out a few of the tips. And now I'm going to transfer the vegetables into the blender. I'm not going to put all the liquid, the cooking liquid, in the blender because I prefer reserving some of the broth to adjust the consistency afterwards. So I left about a cup of broth in my pot, and now I'm going to blend it until creamy and smooth. I'm going now to add about a quarter of the cream I had reserved. In my case, it's half and half. I'm going to mix again. I am now going to add the juice of my half lemon and mix some more. And now we're going to have a taste. The consistency is perfect. I do not need to add any more cream, and I do not need to add more of the broth. It is perfect as it is. We're going to plate. We're going to pour into bowls. We're gonna add some of the asparagus tips, as well as some fresh chives. So it is interesting to know that this soup is also absolutely delicious eaten cold. It is a summer delight, a spring delight. I love having guests and serving this cold. The beauty of this is that you put your soup in the fridge overnight for at least a few hours, and when it's nice and chilled, I take shot glasses. Same thing, a little one here. Going to make the second one. And this is another way to enjoy this wonderful soup. So here you have it, the white asparagus soup. It might be November in the Northeast, but November in Florida or California, this would be really perfect. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, subscribe, like, post your comments. I want to see your photos. Bon appétit, à bientôt.